Hello disco people, YouTube people and subscribers. How are you doing? It's Saturday the 1st of October and autumn is on its way. Oh, my computer's coming on. Autumn is on its way. It looks like it's a bit drizzly. Now it's warm, but it looks like autumn's on its way, unfortunately. What have I got? I've got my George Foreman grill. I'm just doing my chicken for a little bit later, grilling some chicken for a little bit later on for my lunch. It's 20 past 12. I don't need to leave, I don't think, till 4:30. I'm doing a 50th today in a place called Stoke Mandeville. It actually has a very famous hospital, this Stoke Mandeville. I'm doing a 50th. It was given to me by another DJ a couple of, I think about 8 weeks ago. He double booked. Don't understand how DJs get double booked. I've never been double booked for 40 years. Anyway, it's a case of, I believe, he's going somewhere to do an all-day wedding, so he gets a bit more money. But hey-ho, I was available and I'm doing it. I talked about playlists a few videos ago. I've got another playlist for this particular lady, who's 50. It comprises of 80s electro. It replies, and also she's given me time, so between 9 and 10, no sorry, between 8 and 9 she wants this 80s electro, and between, I think it's 9 and 9:30 she wants, in inverted commas, disco, and she's given me the list of disco, and it's not what I would call disco, but hey ho. And then from 9:30 to 10:30 she wants goth, and then from 10:30 to 11:30, where it finishes because it's 7 to 11:30, she wants rock. And I don't mean just a bit of light rock, which most DJs would carry, like Bon Jovi and Guns N' Roses. She wants Rammstein, real heavy stuff. She says I can do, I believe she says I can do whatever I want in between to fit things around, but it's a playlist. Don't understand. She could just gone and got her iPod or whatever, stick it in the room, and then off she goes. But hey ho, I'm getting paid. I've been told that by the other DJ I don't need to bring anything. Don't need the van, he said, just stick everything in the car. So it'd be a very unusual setup today. It is all in my car. I shall see what it looks like. There's no disco stand. I'm going to use a table. There's no effect lighting at all. So it'd be interesting to see what it looks like once I set up. I am aware of the venue because my daughter used to live around there. I looked on Google Street Maps. There's no stairs. It's a community centre, all one level. I've seen some pictures of the venue inside. There's 2 rooms. One has a stage, one doesn't. Even with the stage, even if my equipment is too small for it, I was told to bring small, and that's what I'll blame it on. I did speak to the lady the other day to say who I am and what time I can get access to, and I also told her that I was told to bring just a small amount of equipment, and that's what I'm going to do. But I still need an hour, so I told her I need access at 6 to be ready for 7. Just gives me a bit of time, make sure things are working and get changed, etc. So that's what I'm today, a 50th playlist given to me. I've sat down and listened to the stuff, and I'll try to figure out what I could play around it. She did say that there'll be other people, different ages, slightly younger, who may ask for some modern stuff. I told her that's not a problem. Each to their own as far as the goth and heavy rock is concerned. I have no idea how these people dress up. You get this image when they say goth, that you get these people with big black coats on and stuff and black makeup, like Marilyn Manson type of characters. I don't know. I shall wait and see. It wasn't my booking, so I haven't got permission to do the video floor, the video on the dance floor, etc. But I will see what I can do as I normally do. Obviously there's no first dance, which I like to get. I'll just see what happens. I'm going to have my lunch a little bit later on. I shall show you my culinary delights for a Saturday afternoon. And that's really it. For those who are following my saga with the Cam Gobo Tracer moving heads, the update is that one of the bulbs went. So after 1 gig, so it wasn't even really 5 hours, and maybe a couple of hours indoors playing with the DMX controller, one of the bulbs went. That did not impress me at all. The retailer is ordering me another head, which is fine. Also, as you know, if you've been following, I've been trying to now DMX these Cam Gobo Tracers. So normally I don't do DMX. I've got an OB10. I spoke to the retailer about who I got the Cam heads from, and I've been shopping there since 1992. He's going to show me and etc. the DMX. So once the cam gobo tracer comes back into stock, I'll take my other one and my controller, and he said he'll sort it out for me. So we shall see. I'm not planning to use the heads, the cam heads, for some time, because as of today, this is my last booking I have until the end of November, when it's Christmas season. Of course I may get some calls and panic calls in between time, but nothing is booked in. I probably won't use the cam moving heads actually for the wedding venue, for the Christmas venues, because it's a small, really small room. But anyway, that's in 6 weeks, 7 weeks time. For today, it's a different setup, which I'll show you. I've never had this setup before. It's a minimal setup, all goes to the back of the car, so you can imagine. And my car is only a 2-door because it's a convertible, so I don't have much room at the back. So it all goes in, just about goes in, and we shall see when we get there. I'll catch you a bit later on, so over and out. Hey, it's dinner time, lunchtime, whatever you want to call it. As you know, in previous videos, I don't eat a lot on a Saturday when I'm going to work, so I've got grilled chicken, some rice and broccoli. Yummy, yummy, yummy. It's all going to go in my tummy. I suppose that's quite healthy, really, grilled chicken and rice and broccoli. But that's all I've got to have. I don't eat a lot when I work on Saturday, as I mentioned before. But there we go, there's my culinary delights for a Saturday. A bit of a hodgepodge today. And my speaker stand's broke, so I put them on the floor. Car cam party bars. Oh, I'll explain it all later. We'll have a drink. So what we got today is underneath the table. I've got 2 American DJ Mega Par Tri-Par Pluses. I've got 2. I didn't bring my stand because I was told not to bring anything because it's so small, but actually it's quite a big stage. I've got 2 cam party bars 2s, 1, 2. I brought the cam gobo tracer on the floor, that will go on the ceiling when it's on. And that's what I bought. I was told by the DJ, don't bring anything. I put my speakers down because when I took my speaker stand out to set it all up, I found out that one of the pins that holds the stand tight, it was missing. Don't know where that went. Probably in the lockup somewhere, so hence it's on the stage. Never done that before, never had my speakers on the floor before. Well, I did in the 70s, because they're massive speakers then. And that's it for tonight. It's community centre. We've got a mirror ball up top. We've got some lights for the stage. Nearest sockets. Down over here is the nearest sockets. So go along here, and along there. Should have sockets here really, but no sockets. Quite a distance. So I've got the other one going out the back to feed the other one. There we go, with another cam light. So it's cam party bar 2. Well, we shall see how it goes. Expect an 80. It's 7:30ish, hardly anyone here. See how this goes. Everyone golf. There's skulls hanging around. There's cutouts of skulls everywhere. But not everywhere, but hanging around certain places. Bit of golf, bit of heavy rock. Some 80s electro, and see what happens. Supposed to be 11:30 because it's the community centre's houses nearby, so it won't be a late night. I'll catch up with you guys later. So the cam gobo's underground on the stage, and I've got it pointing up to the ceiling. Hello YouTubers, it's Sunday the 2nd of October, it's the day after the night before. Yesterday it was a 50th birthday, and I didn't get any shots of the floor because it was not my booking. It was another DJ's booking that's given me work before. And as I mentioned on a video I did previously, I've got a playlist, and this was the playlist I was given. This was handwritten by the person herself, and it's in times. It tells me that between 7 and 8 I played background music, but between 8 and 9 she wanted this bit. Then between 9 and 9:30 she wanted this bit. Then 9:30, 10:30 she wanted this and this, and then 10:30 to 11:30 she wanted this. I had to rewrite it in the format, but this was more or less what I was asked to play. Now, I've mentioned before about playlists a couple of videos ago. Last night was not a particularly good night. I didn't enjoy myself at all, and I don't think the friends and family particularly enjoyed it at all. It's a family event, a lot of kids, different age groups, etc. But I sort of initially, the first part, keep to the format she wanted, and I obviously added some other tunes to that particular playlist. It wasn't going down too well, I can see that, so I suggested to her husband that I'm going to change it and I'm going to bring forward something. And he said no. He said go straight into what I call the rock and the goth. Now he said if I play Rammstein or Rammstein, you guys may know what I'm talking about, he said people will dance. I laughed, well I didn't laugh, I smiled. I had a wry smile on my face when he said to me, play that. So he's the customer, right? Or the customer's husband, right? So I played this Rammstein track, which I played these guys before over the years, and yes, the husband got up and danced, the wife, whose birthday it was, got up and danced, and a mate of theirs got up and danced. And I put a second rock on after that, from their list, and they stood on the floor and danced. Then they vanished. And that was the end of that. And then I changed things around. The husband then came back up to me and said, can you go back to playing the first lot? And I said, well actually it isn't working, but yes I will do so. Now, the moral of the story. Us DJs should know better what will fit and what won't fit in different age groups. The other side of the coin is that this lady or husband are the customers. They're the ones that are paying the money. So, do we completely ignore what they say and just add the odd track as we feel it should be fitted in, or do we go completely off it, or do we stick to it? I've made a decision. If I get a list like this again from anybody that tells me that between certain hours we've got to play these songs, I'm not going to take the booking. This booking came from another DJ who took the booking, who took the deposit, etc. And he did tell me at the time, A, to bring a small kit, which I did, and I'll come to that. B, there's a bit of a playlist. He did not tell me how involved or how detailed, etc. this playlist is. So, let's go back to the venue. The venue actually had a stage, and the venue was not that small. I took the smallest kit I could get based on the information I got from the other DJ. This other DJ has given me work before, I emphasise that. I took 2 CAN party bars, one on the left, one on the right. I took 2 American DJ Mega Profile Pluses to put under the table. I used a table and not my stand, and I put a white scrim on it. I took my 2 speakers, and I took a CAN gobo star. Now, I've come to set the speakers up and notice that on one of my speaker stands, the pin that holds everything together was missing. Subsequently, I found it now when I took my equipment back to the lockup. I found it actually on the floor. So I put my speakers on the floor, which is the first time I've done it ever in the last 20 years. So they're on the floor. I used a table for the first time. I normally use my own stand with a star cloth, so I didn't use that. At the end of the day, my belief it isn't about the equipment, isn't about the lighting, it's about people having a good time anyway. Did they have a good time? I don't think they did. I did try to add some stuff. The husband didn't like it. And at the end, it finished at 11:30. I went to the girl, her name's Sarah, and I apologised. I said to her, I'm so sorry that it wasn't busy and people didn't get into it and it just didn't take off. She said she had a good time. She said, I had a good time. I said, yeah, but the rest, she said, they're only family. So I left it at that. Went to the husband and said the same thing. I'm sorry, it just never happened. It never took off. He says, don't worry. He says, we like the music. People like the music. They didn't dance. People don't dance anymore, he said. It has nothing to do with you. Fair enough. Second thing is, finished at 11:30. I was told I had to be out of the hall by 12. Now, if I did take a bigger kit, I would never have done it in half an hour. So there's a positive on that. This reminds me of a playlist I got, if you look back at my YouTube videos, about 2 months ago, where I got a detailed playlist, again, hour by hour, and I couldn't do anything, and the husband said to me, it's a wedding, said, don't change it. So I spoke to the actual DJ rang me up today, so how it went. I told him, and he said he wasn't surprised. And he pre-warned the woman, saying that people won't dance to this, and she assured him she'll get people up. Well, she never did. In fact, I never even saw her apart from a couple of tracks. So it's done now, it's dusted. Put it behind me. It's not one of the best discos I've done for some time. I did not enjoy myself. I think that says it all. So as far as playlists are concerned, if I ever get my own book, when I get my own booking, I always say there's only tracks. That's it. The DJ I spoke to today who booked this, he did a wedding yesterday and he was given over 100 songs to play in certain order. So I don't know what's wrong with all these people. But if ever I get a list like this again, with a detailed plan like per hour, I'm not going to do it. There's no point. They might as well go out and get an iPod or whatever MP3 player and stick it in something and pre-program it and away you go. Any comments about playlists? Was I wrong? Was I right? Then please leave a comment below. I feel bad. I feel that I took the money and nothing happened really. It makes up for some places, I guess, that they have a storming night and everyone goes away happy. Also, the girl Sarah, lady whose birthday was the 50th, when I said to her, I'm sorry that never got going, she said, when she said, I actually had a good time, and she said, we scared them. And I thought, I never scared anybody, I just played what you wanted to play. I think when you put this heavy rock stuff on, it's not everybody's cup of tea. Then I thought, if I have a birthday party, which I haven't had it for years, since I was an adult actually, if I have a birthday party, would I inflict my choice of music for 4-5 hours on people? I may sort of put ask the DJ or ask somebody, say, yeah, can you stick, I'd like to hear 1 or 2 of these tracks, and that's it. But would I want to inflict my choice? Because I said to Sarah, I said, surely your family and friends know your musical taste. And she said, no, I don't think so. If people were aware that her musical taste was heavy rock, electro stuff, then people would expect it. If they didn't know what her taste was, then it's probably quite a shock. But anyway, apart from that, I was home relatively early because it's 11:30 finish. And I put away the stuff. This list will go in the bin now. It'll be forgotten, and we all move on. But please, if you've got any comments on that, I couldn't get any video of the floor because it's not my booking. The cam gobo star which I put on the edge of the stage, I angled it. Shouldn't have done that because the kids started touching it with their fingers all over the plastic. I can wipe that down, but why kids do that, I don't know. I just wanted an effect really. But the cam party bars, I've got to say, I've used them before at different venues. I think they're quite flexible myself. They're not the most expensive thing. I think 1 or 2 LEDs are going in one of them. They do a job. I think they're pretty good, very versatile. Don't use them that often, but when I have, I found them a very versatile kit. On that score, I shall leave you to make any comments. Like, comment, share. That's it, thank you. I don't have any bookings now till end of November when Christmas season starts. Obviously, if I may get panic calls in between time, gives me time to sort things out, get things cleaned, ready for the season. But anyway, I shall leave you to it and enjoy your day, enjoy the week, and enjoy October. I'm just going to stick camera out for a minute because I'm It's the 2nd of October, and it's quite a nice day. Yesterday was all miserable and cold and damp. It's quite a nice day out there. Sun's been out. Not a bad day at all. Long may it last. There we go. So the sun's all out. It's been quite warm, a bit cloudy, but yesterday it's poured down with rain. Fortunately, as soon as I got to the venue, it stopped. and when I come out of the venue, it stopped. But in between time, it is raining. But hey ho. Okay, tatty bye.